gotta be talked about. Not at those times like that. But it gotta be talked about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tact would be important.
Really think about it. Right, we gotta think about what we be saying, because we gotta keep these traditions up, and nobody says anything about it. So I'm glad Vincent's saying this, because hey, just like this other stuff we've been talking about, how we've been conditioned to believe, and we ain't saying this is just the right way to believe. We're just challenging it. Like, why do we say those things? You know what I mean? Why do we just say, God took him too soon, or took her too soon? Why do we say it? You know what I mean? Where does it come from? That's our point. You know what I mean?
That's what I think. Sometimes I think that's what people feel they supposed to say, right?
Right.
And you know, because it's like you don't really know what to say, and so let me say something.
Right.
You know.
Right. Subject.
You know.
I say, man, it's because I think the message that what it teaches us is that because it's like that, because it could be a sensitive situation. That's why I said it's something that has to be done from the start. You have to go. That's why I said the objective. If you start reaching the kids, and we start teaching the kids what the kids need to be taught, we're not going to encounter that moment as much as we encounter and have to feel like it's sensitive. Because if we started off like that, this is what generations are going to grow up to be doing. Then it will become a tradition. It'll change the tradition. So you wouldn't have to have that feeling of so-and-so was living like this, but somebody's up there saying this about them. No, so-and-so would actually be living like this. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's all about the prevention. It's all about the prevention.
I want to throw this out there and go on another level. And I look at even on something else, because we talk about death from all different aspects. I want to talk about different aspects, but like, these people get life sentence, right?
Yes, sir.
A life sentence in prison. That's really a death sentence.
That's a death sentence.
And I'm not saying you're getting executed, but I'm saying you die. Now, meaning that you die to a lot of things that's in free society. And people be forgetting about you, bro. When I came home after doing 14 years, I seen the person that I knew, and it's like they seen a ghost. People actually had forgot about me.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. So,
out of sight, out of mind.
Isn't it ironic that when somebody who dies physically, we mourn and we'll post a picture, we'll keep them in remembrance a lot. But a lot of times, when a person who's living, actually still living and existing, we don't even go do nothing about their situation. We act like they did.
I like
that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a lot of brothers down there like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's always a delicate situation. But really, even when you talk about death, you can't escape talking about life. Even at the funeral, they still talk about life. It's all about how you live your life. And that's what they really, be trying to hit on.
Boy, that's what some
how you live your life.
That's what some of the preachers do, though. That's what some of them do at the services, right? They'll say, you know what? I'm not talking to the individual that's there. I'm talking to you. This message is, and so most of the time the message is getting together, getting a better relationship with God, getting a better understanding. Some that's about the teaching aspect of it. They'll always say, excuse me, some of them will say, I don't know. I don't know what individual is or this, that. So you do have some that will admit that. But for the most part, as you say, tradition, this is just a norm. And again, you don't want to offend anybody in that particular time. So I get it, to a degree. You see what I'm saying, though? I do get it, because when is a good time for truth? When is a good time to say, this is what I think, because at the end of the day, you don't. Because our opinion is based upon what we know or what we think. Right, but we'll get up and say what we think God is thinking, or what God has said, or what God is doing. I mean, honestly, man, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what God doing, because I don't know why some of the stuff happened. I don't know why it's so much bad when and I don't know why there's so many poor people out here. I don't know why it's so much hatred and evil out here, and I don't know. And so as many questions that's out there, as many things that people have the answer to, a lot of stuff, especially when we talk about death. You don't know the answer, man, because you don't give life or death. So how can you really give an answer to it?
Hey, man, I want to say this, bro, because I know you, Vince, you finna get to say something too, and the kid. But now for some people, they might be glad you gone. This is what I'm saying, bro. What I'm hitting on, you know, like people who like just say they feel like we criminals or something, right? But some people they be happy. They be, hey, good riddance, right?
Yes, yeah.
But everybody's not happening. Some people are sad and some people it's happening. And I say that for the same, and I use the same analogy about somebody being incarcerated for a long time, right? Some people say free whoever. But some of us, you know, the people who knew him in the street, just say, person, they got a free such and such on their T-shirt, right? Like, free my big homie, whatever. But for some people, they say, man, let them stay in there. You know, for life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They don't have that love.
We ourselves to him. So, you see, again, it's showing perception and perspective. Like you say, bro, it's a very delicate topic, you know. And like you say, the preachers, they do take the time. I agree with that, to let people know that life is short. That's what we need to really also let people understand. You're going to be dead, bro, longer than you alive. Listen to me, bro.
Yes.
You're going to be dead longer than you alive. Right? You know, there's people been dead thousands and thousands of years, bro.
Yep.
So they let you know that your lifespan is short. That's why we say yesteryears. We talking about yesteryears. It was just yesterday. I've been out 10 years, man. Time done flew by so fast. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, where did time go? My baby 8 years old now.
Yes, sir.
I can't remember when she was a baby.
It's not waiting. I mean? It's not waiting on anyone, man. Time is not waiting on anyone, and I think that's why the importance of the dash and how you spend it and how you spend your life, because it is flying by. So if you waste it, then you look up, I wasted my life. Now I'm dead.
Wasted my life, right?
You know,
right.
Or if you did valuable, you know, hey, man, that person did a lot of good in their life. They helped anybody. They did all they can for anybody that they possibly could do. And when their life is gone, you don't feel like that life was a waste, right? Because that person, and if that person could probably talk to you, they wouldn't tell you their life was a waste. If they felt like they did what they love, if you lived out your passion, if you lived out your purpose, if you figured it out, you figure whatever that it is, if you figured it out and you are living that on a day-to-day basis, then you are letting that dash count. And when your time does come, hey, it's your time, right? Because God has gotten all he gotten out of you that he wants from you, or whatever. You know, whatever it is, you know, it's happened and it's done. And so I just encourage everyone, man, this time we talk about how fast it's going, how fast it's moving, make it count. Make it count. Like a free throw. Like you're shooting a free throw every time they free. Make them count. Ain't nobody guarding you at the free throw line. Make it count. You should not you should not miss at the free throw line.
Hey, Sheldon, with that perspective you got, but if we look at it more so like what you're saying, let's say something happened to you. You serve your purpose. Look what you was doing. If I'm looking at it like, hey, man, I knew Sheldon. I knew that he was serving his purpose. And bam, he's gone. You know, I'm sad, but then again, at the same time, I'm not sad because I knew that brother served his purpose. That's going to stop so much grief. You know what I mean? As much grief as you are, how you feeling. The reason why there be a lot of grief, I want to touch on this too. I know I'm passing the mic to my brother Vincent, but the reason why I'm touching on this, bro, because like we talking about getting the life, right? There's so many families are broken, right? Mm-hmm. They don't speak to each other. We talked about this today, Sheldon.
Yes,
they don't call each other and check on each other. But soon as a tragedy happens, they trying to pull a body out the casket. I love them so, but you wouldn't even call and check on them or tell them you love them
when they were alive.
So that's really why you be so aggravated and sad. Just argue with them, cuss them out. So, you know, that's true. I'm just really saying that, you know. Man, how many times, especially black people, how many times a lot of us come together is when we have a family, a death tragedy.
Man,
bro, and that's
why I always mention this, man. Every time our family get together and ain't nothing bad happen, I always mention this. It's a blessing, man, and it's a beautiful thing to get together and nothing bad has happened. I encourage all my listeners, everybody chiming in, get together. Just kick it. Just have a good time with your family. Ain't nothing got to be going on. It ain't got to be no man-made holiday that they tell you to go celebrate. Go just enjoy your family. Enjoy your loved ones. If you hadn't talked to one in a while, give them a call. Get a hold of them. Value those relationships because, again, next thing you know, it's going to be a wrap.
Yeah. It's coming, man.
It's a wrap.
Like you said, bro, it's going to be a wrap. Once those 2 feet close, and say closed feet, that's it, bro. It ain't no coming back. And, you know, and I want to say this too, bro. But people, you know, you got a lot of people contemplating suicide, you know, because things look so bad to them. I just read an article where this young sister, 13, she was being bullied, and she committed suicide. And, you know, her sister say she was telling her she was being bullied, but her mom was like, I didn't know. So in my mind, I said, what kind of relationship did her and her mom have where she didn't feel comfortable enough to tell her mama? See, this stuff we got to really think about, bro. You know what I mean? We got to pay attention because usually the behavior changes. You know what I mean? Just like I have a lot of female friends that say when they got touched or, you know, raped or sexually abused, their behavior changed. They became withdrawn. But if we walk in and not paying attention to these things can happen, man.
Well, dude,
and,
ain't
no coming back. You know,
today, bro. Today we got people locked up in jail, right, with their cell phones.
Right.
You feel me? So they locked up and they trapped, so they are distracted. So they not gonna see a change. They not gonna really see that, and that's another part of what I'm saying, making your dash count. Enjoy reality rather than this virtual reality, rather than this social media reality all the time. I mean, that's cool having them friends and all that kind of stuff, but I see so many people, man, and if y'all one of these people, man, y'all holler at your boy. I see so many people, they enjoy social media way more than they enjoy the people that's alive and around them every single day. It's so many rooms I walk into on different places I go, everybody head down, enjoying everything else on the computer and not seeing nothing around them. You missing out.
There you go. You're right.
You missing out.
That's true.
You missing out. You missing out. I seen somebody bump right into a garage. Head was down, looking at a phone. The garage is halfway up. Bam! Hit the head right on the thing. I was rolling.
I seen this girl do that at a theater, bro. For real, she went right into the glass, bro. But she had the phone in her hand. She had the phone in her hand, bleeding on the floor.
Distractions, man. So again, though, man, we gotta be again. But that's another part of that dash we talk about, though. Again, all that comes together, and it still goes full circle to what we're saying, though, is that we have to be able to make those moments count. Every single moment that we have with the people that we're around. If we say we're around somebody and we love them, make it count. We're around somebody and we're married to that person, make it count. We're in a relationship with that person, make it count. We're a parent to that person, make it count. Make it count. Don't make all that other stuff that can't do anything more important than the relationship that you have to value right here. Because, again, eventually it's going to be some sad singing, some flower bringing, and it's going to be a wrap. So what have you done?
Yep, that's real. You got to give them their flowers while they're here, man.
Got to give them while they're here, man. My grandma used to always say it. My mom always said it. Give my flowers while you're here. Hey, man, I'm going to give y'all flowers. I appreciate y'all for being who y'all are. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate all y'all. I'm giving all y'all flowers.
Right. Yep. You know what I tell myself every day, man, when I get up in the morning, do my prayers. And at night, though, man, I take inventory every day of my life. Every day. Been doing it for 20-some years. You have to take inventory. You got to take accountability for your own life. And if you look at when you're ready to take a shower at night, you get to lay in the bed and read your book or whatever you're doing, you have to ask yourself, what did I do good today? Yes. Or what did I do that was bad? And if you did good that day, that day, try to do something a little more the next day.
It feels good,
because
man.
You're always in a process of building if you do that. If you do inventory every day, you know where you are. If you're doing it every day. But, sometimes, a lot of times we put the real stuff on the back burner You know what I mean? And that's why when you look at society, it's so much fabrication.